in the morning hours, our retention capacity is way higher than in the evening or like night hours. We should not use phone or like any type of social media like when we wake up, and that will completely ruin the purpose of waking up.
Hello everyone. Heartiest welcome to all the viewers. This is our show Success Tips from Toppers Lips. Here we interview various students who are toppers from various different competitive exams and have conversations on various ideas and topics which help students like you in preparing your competitive exams. I am your host today, Murari, a dual degree student at IIT Madras. I am volunteering for Arjuna, which helps students like you to prepare in various competitive exams. When when I was a student in 11th and 12th, I have observed teachers telling me that majority of your around 70 to 80% of your success comes through your personal preparations, and the other part goes to your coaching institutes or professors. And I have seen students asking their mentors that what is the ideal time for their study. Like, is it in the early morning or is it in the night time? So this is the question which we'll be answering today in today's topic. So today's topic is
Yeah. So
importance of
today,
waking up early and its role of improving performance. So who is the better person who has already succeeded in competitive exam like JEE Advanced? So today we have with us Kishore. We welcome you, Kishore, for this show. Thank you for your time.
yeah.
So Kishore has he's doing his bachelor's of technology in electrical engineering at IIT Madras. He has received a rank of 800s in JEE Advanced 2021. Uh, Thank you, Kishore, for showing up and tell us how did you feel after getting your rank.
Yeah, okay. So after getting my rank, I was really happy, and that moment was the moment, happiest memory that I can remember. And because uh, I had to work hard for 2 years, and yeah, it was a result of 2 years of hard work and preparation. And I would like to thank my parents for motivating me and my teachers also, and without their effort, like, this would not be possible.
Thank you, Kishore. Actually, students like you, you all of you are helping students who are watching this show. Probably today's topic, which we are talking about, that is importance of waking up early. Why did you choose this topic and tell us why is it important?
Yeah, okay. So when I was preparing for JE, I came across this chapter called inorganic chemistry. You all know, in chemistry, and I really used to suck at this chapter. Like, it was really hard for me because inorganic chemistry we have a lot of things to remember, and I was not really good at remembering stuff. So I didn't know what to do, and yeah. So in the internet, I researched, and I also asked some of my teachers, and they told me that in the morning hours, our retention capacity is way higher than in the evening or like night hours. So that's why I started waking up early, and like, just to initially to remember all the things that are to be remembered. Like, you can say, there's inorganic chemistry, and also in JE main. So there's some NCRT topics that needs to be remembered, and also in even in other subjects, math or physics, we have some chapters have theories which need to be remembered. Like, JE is not all about problem solving. We should also remember some concepts clearly. So, for this purpose, I started waking up early, and yeah. So after I started waking up early, I would like revise all the notes and the all the notes, and it helped me to remember the concepts clearly and help me perform better in exams. And this is the reason I started waking up early.
Okay. Thank you for sharing your personal experience. I totally agree. Doing entire coursework or interacting with different students, having the classes in the morning, coming back in the evening, opening a JDLE book of maybe inorganic chemistry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
Our mind is so occupied after all the classes, so it'd be hard to concentrate on chapters
ex-
like inorganic chemistry. So
exactly, and to remember all of those becomes very difficult. That's why I think you mentioned that is why you started waking up early.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. Now let's further go into the discussion. What are some tips which you would give students that they can actually how start waking up early, how to develop this habit? Because um, if they if they make their if they have late nights, it's very difficult to have early mornings, as they say. So how do we develop this habit? And give us some tips.
yeah, okay. So first of all, the thing to note here is that it's not very easy. It's easy to say, but hard to actually wake up early in the morning. So even yeah, I found it hard initially during the days. So sometimes, yeah, sometimes even I do oversleep. So yeah, so the thing is, we have to be patient. And we have to cultivate this habit. It's not about just waking up early. The next day, I mean, for example, say I wake up generally at 8 o'clock in the morning. I cannot suddenly wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning from the next day. That's really hard. So what we should be doing is we should go gradually. So suppose if someone wakes up at say 8 o'clock in the morning and he or she wants to wake up early, then they should first go gradually. So the next day they should try to wake up a half an hour before, like 7:30, and then they should gradually go to 7, 6:30, and 6, and then like over a period of 2 or 3 months, they'll be able to wake up at around 6 o'clock, and then that's how they should cultivate this habit. It's not just we cannot wake up early overnight, and even if we try to wake up the wake up early the next day itself, it'd be very hard to continue the habit because we will, our willpower will reduce. So like, we won't have the same determination to cultivate the habit. So we should go gradually and build up the willpower. So yeah, that's the important part. And secondly, one practical thing tip I would give is to like keep your alarms away from very far from bed. That will like make you wake up and then go and switch off the alarm. So that's one practical thing. And yeah, so second thing is yeah, this is a very important point. Uh, uh, don't We should not use phone or like any type of social media like when we wake up, and that will completely ruin the purpose of waking up. The point of waking up is to concentrate better at studies and also to remember things. So if we don't want the first thing that goes into our mind when we wake up to be the junk that's coming in social media. So we want the good stuff to go in. So we should completely avoid social media in the morning. And next week, you should also take drink plenty of water, because after 7 hours of sleep, say our body will be really dehydrated. So drinking plenty of water can actually help in waking up uh, early. And also, and as they say, we should go to bed early to actually wake up early. And so suppose, say if you want to wake up at 5 a.m., it's not like we can go. We should go to bed at 12 o'clock and then wake up at 5 a.m. That will also that won't help at all, because yeah, some students will think this way. So they will try to reduce their sleep so they can study more, but then that will actually have the counter effect. We should never reduce our sleep, because reducing our sleep number of sleep hours will only uh, reduce our performance. Like, and it will be very hard to remember the things or like concentrate properly. So we should never compromise on study and sleep. Uh, sleep is very important. So, and to wake up early, and like, we should automatically we should go to bed early. So, we should start sleeping early, and that's yeah, that's it. And the one more thing is this really scientific thing that comes into play here. So we have to like change our biological cycle. So in a sense, like if you want to make it a habit, our body should realize that like automatically that like when suppose say it's 5 o'clock, like we all have a biological clock inside. So uh, to like we can set it in such a way that we can wake up at 5 o'clock automatically. And to do that, what we can do is we can go and like go stand outside in sunlight, so that our body will think that we are experiencing daylight. So as soon as we wake up, if we get sunlight, we can change our biological cycle and such a way that our body will actually wake up. It becomes natural for the body to wake up early in the morning. And the best time to sleep is around 10 p.m., because at around 10 p.m., scientifically like many scientists have conducted research, and what they say is that around 10 p.m. our uh, melatonin levels are very high, and which helps us in to fall asleep easily. So yeah, it's in my opinion, I suggest to go to sleep at like 10 p.m. And so if we count the number of hours, say 7 hours, there'll be 10 plus 7. So we can wake up easily at 5 a.m. So that'll actually work. So these are tips that I do to students.
That's good. Yeah. So Kishore shared many practical aspects of waking up early and being very practical also. It's like, yeah, if you're waking up at 8 a.m., doesn't we don't start directly with 5 a.m., right? So we slowly change our biological cycle and then get used to slowly improving from 8 a.m. to whatever target we have. So thank you, Kishore, for sharing that. So now, did you have some struggles while waking up early? In your case, how is it? How easy was it for you?
Yeah, definitely it was not easy. It was definitely hard. So initial days, I tried to wake up early, but it was really frustrating. Like I did oversleep sometimes, and then yeah, so it was really hard. But yeah, so some things that I did were like I kept my alarm far away from the bed, so that I'll actually wake up and switch it off, and then. Yeah, and then like I'll also keep sometimes multiple alarms so that can snooze it many times, and it will actually like it'll irritate you, and like you'll start waking up. So it is definitely not easy. It's an easy thing to say, but it's a hard thing to do. But with consistent like uh, practice and determination, you can achieve it. It's not impossible, and it also
That's
requires patience.
That's quite spot on, actually. The one of the major issues we don't change from night to morning study is that we start sleeping early sometimes, and then later we oversleep, maybe extra 1.5 or 2 hours, and then we feel like we slept more. So again, the habit of waking, we think that again, maybe if we will not be able to wake up early in the morning, then again the next day will be wasted. So the habit goes back to night study. So that is one problem which you already addressed and told a solution. You have to keep alarms, multiple alarms, practical ideas. Great. So let's move on to next part of the discussion. Like we already have so much study, so much preparations going on in our JE time flow. Why to take so much struggle to add on this new habit? Why to put so much effort in cultivating this habit with already existing JEE study?
So so the short term goal uh, that that we have is to actually clear JE. So, but if we look at the long-term aspect of waking up early, it is to become a morning person, and like in the morning, our productivity is higher. So, if we become a morning person, if we cultivate this habit, this will be useful throughout our life. I mean, like even when we start working, or even in college, or even when we go to work, uh, waking up early will give us some good productive hours, and like so yeah, so it's all about cultivating this habit and becoming a morning person. It's not about just to clear JE, but clearing JE is also a goal, but it's more of a short term goal. So it's about changing our identity and like becoming a morning person. And also like waking up early, we can do suppose say we don't have much work, like after JE, suppose if we don't have much work to do, we'll have more free time in the morning, and we can use it to actually like do exercises or yoga or meditation basically. So basically it is to get the get more productive hours. And the time 4:30 to 6:30 is called the Brahma Muhurta, which literally means creator's time. So that is the ultimate time for the productivity. And that time the concentration will be at peak. So it is helpful throughout the life. It's not just JE. It will be helpful throughout the life. Like wherever you go, it will be helpful. So that's the reason why we cultivate this habit. So that's an important thing to keep in mind.
Great. So some students might think that might be thinking, still thinking that even now we have mentioned very good things about early morning. Uh, but let's also talk about night studying. Let's can you compare the night studying versus the morning studying? Which one is better, and why is it preferred? Early morning studies preferred over early night study.
Yeah. So early morning studying is definitely better because say there are many reasons. So one reason is that like many students have class in the morning. So if we sleep late, if we study in the night, it'd be hard to wake up early in the morning. And even if we wake up early in the morning, like even if we wake up early in the morning, we'll feel very sleepy because we wouldn't have slept properly, and like it'll affect our concentration in class. So we won't be able to concentrate properly in class. So that is one reason. And second would be like in the early morning, our minds will be very fresh. Our minds will be empty. Like we wouldn't have any. We wouldn't like. Our concentration will be at peak. So, but like in the late nights, we won't have that much concentration because we would have gone to school or like coaching center in the morning, and then 8 hours we would have studied, and then we would have traveled from coaching center to home and home to coaching center. So after doing all these things, like our mind will be brains will be pretty tired, and also our willpower will be reduced. So you can think of this analogy. Our willpower is like a battery kind of thing. So it is fully charged after we sleep. So in the morning it will be fully charged in the early morning, and then after we do all these things, after we go to coaching class and study, and then after we come back, and after doing all those activities in the night, it'll be pretty empty, the battery. So our willpower will be very low. So it'll be very easy to get distracted in the night compared to morning because of this reason. So that's why early morning is better in my opinion.
Great. Thank you for sharing that. So we had various points in our discussions today. So Kishore mentioned a lot of things about why early morning has better for is better for in our performance in exams also, in our preparations also, and he gave us different tips how we can implement in our lives. Practical, for example, he gave the tip of alarm and slowly improving, practically improving our waking up early. The importance of waking up early, and how he also compared and contrasted. between night study and early morning study. He gave a very good example as an analogy of battery at the end of the discussion, where in the early morning we have high energy, high remembrance, and very good for remembering and doing stuff. But at the night, we have drained most of our energy, and it becomes very difficult for us to study. So thank you so much, Kishore, for sharing all of these points. At the end, we have one more question for you. Please describe what was your experience of reading Art of Concentration book, which we have, which I'll show to the viewers. This is the book. So, what was your experience of reading that book to you, and share your views on that.
Yeah, so that book is a really great book. I read that book, and it was really amazing. So the thing uh, that's really amazing about the book is that you can relate to most of the problems that the author talks about in the book. The types of the problems that types of distractions the students faces. We can actually relate to each and every one of them, and the author also provides a very practical solution, let's say, to each and every problem, and that is very convincing, and also like we can implement it easily. uh, and there's like one part that I loved the most, and like it really resonated with me. So there was this chapter on self confidence. So like we should yeah, so that talked about how like we should not compare ourselves to others, and like, we should focus on our own goal. Like like, only comparing with others will only demotivate us. So yeah, and the author also gave techniques to overcome the comparison. So I really like that part, and yeah, I would definitely recommend it the students to read it. It really resonates with. I'm pretty sure it will resonate with most of the students because in this time that we have so many distractions around, and pretty sure like everyone be facing these distractions. So yeah, it's a really good book, and I recommend all students to read it.
So thanks, Kishore, for telling us all of this. It's actually students have benefited out of this book since many years, and even now students take this book, read it, have practically implement all of the solutions given by the writer. So the writer of this book is Amalan Das, who the art of concentration in the age of distraction. So this book will be available in Amazon and Flipkart. I request all the viewers who are watching this to take this book, read it, have a look at it. It would surely help you, I'm pretty sure. Uh, it will be there in the description box of this video. With that, we are ending today's session about importance of waking up early and its role in improving the performance and preparation. And we thank again Kishore for your time. It's been wonderful speaking to you. Thank you again.
Oh,
Thanks
and
all.
all the best, guys, and I'm pretty sure you can achieve
Great.
all.
All the best, guys. And we're ending the session. Signing off. Thanks for.